I'm back. Welcome to Cathy's Corner. I've been busy. I don't think I filmed since the summer, but that's okay. I'm a teacher, and when school started this year, I just too tired. So I have a new setup. I have one of those ring lights right here that is very bright. So I'm gonna have to get used to that. And it has different tones on it, but I don't want to mess with it right now. So here's what I've been doing. I've kind of got a new hobby going, and that is cross stitch. As you know, my last name is Ratliff, so I have an affinity for rats and mice. Cute ones, not the ugly ones. So I've been cross stitching mice. And I had to show you my first one, my first finish. In the cross stitch world, there's all these acronyms for things, and one I think is an FFO. I don't know what the O stands for, but I know that the F and the F stand for fully finished. So I have to show you this cute little mouse. Here he is. I'm so excited. There he is. So I bought the frame at the Dollar General. It has a metal thing right here, and it says something on it. I don't remember what. And then I just put my little cross stitch, put some batting on it, and put a piece of cardboard behind it, and glued it on here. And then glued these little things that, I don't know, I got at the Dollar Tree probably. So I'm kind of proud of that, because that didn't, I think this little frame costs maybe $4. So yay. And there's no glass on it or anything, but this is only going to be out at Christmas. So I don't think it'll get too dirty. And this is the pattern. It's called Merry Mouse, designed by Brenda, sorry, not Benda. She really appreciate that, wouldn't she? Brenda Gervais. So there's her, and I'm sorry if it's backwards. I don't know how to change that yet. But this is really cute, and didn't take me very long. I got some things wrong in it, but I found in the cross stitch world that, as it is in the quilting world, nothing's perfect. And if you're off a few stitches, some people care a lot. I don't care a lot. As long as the final thing looks okay, I'm okay with that. So that was my first finish. I'll put it on the floor. And then, let's see, my second finish, where is I'm looking for the pattern. Oh, here it is. This is a pattern called Christmas Wishes. It says pattern number 2 by Ethel Kefauver. And I found this on Etsy. And it's the cutest little thing. It's a kitty cat with a mouse on his head. And so here's my kitty cat. I haven't framed him yet. He's cute. Now, in the cross stitch world, people always say things like the type of fabric that they stitched on and the size, and they also say the floss. Well, I don't know the fabric, because my cousin Teresa gave me this huge box of fabric. I know this makes some of y'all very jealous. I have no clue what I have. And I don't even know the count, but what I did, oh, there's the back. Yeah, no one wants to see that. No one cares. So I got a little cross stitches counted by how many stitches per inch, I think. I'm new at this. And so I counted, and it's around 25 or 26. I don't even know if 25 is a real thing. So, but that's how many little holes there are in an inch. So that's what this is, and that's what the last one was. The floss, I used what I had. This one, I used all the DMC called for, except I changed the orange. It was supposed to be 38.52. I changed to 9.77. So I changed some of this right in here. And everything else was called for. It's another term in cross stitch that the people use. So for those of you that don't know anything about cross stitch, don't worry, this whole video isn't about cross stitch, but I'm just excited. I have a new hobby, and it's something I can do sitting on the couch listening to YouTube, because I mainly watch YouTube. I don't watch television very much. So it's a nice little hobby. Sorry, I've had a cold. Okay, let's go to something else. Another finish. This I finished last night. It's so sweet. Look. It's so fun. These little things right here are called French knots. I learned how to do those. This stuff where there's a long string is called back stitch. So I learned how to do that. All of these have been 2 over 2, 2 threads over 2 holes, except for this. The needle in this was supposed to be 1 thread over 1, and I did 2 threads over 1 because I didn't know any better. And then this is really cool. This is like, you know, a tape measure. So this is cool. I did this over Christmas vacation, and let me look at the little who made it and all that kind of stuff. No, that's not it. I thought I had all this in a stack, and I don't. Huh. That's not it. Oh, there it is. It's called Mice in the Sewing Room. It is by Brenda Gervais. So, you know, there's a trend. There's the pattern. And I didn't use any called for anything. That means I changed every color. But the only reason I changed every color is because this calls for Classic Colorworks, Weeks Dye Works, and GA. I don't even know what that means, but I'm sure someone will tell me. And I don't have any of that. All I have is DMC. So if you're interested and you want to know all my changes, every single color is different. But I had a good time with it. And the dresses were supposed to be kind of gray, and so I made 1 blue and 1 yellow, and I tried to keep this true to color, the tomato. This was supposed to be ecru, but since this is kind of an ecru, I left this white. Anyway, it's fun, and I learned all kinds of new stuff with this. All kinds of new stuff. Look, they're so cute. Look at that. 2 over 1 right there. That's what I'm talking about. And it says right here, pins and needles right there. So they're cute. And I made several mistakes, as I'm sure we always do, but like I counted this tail. Like I counted and looked at the picture like 5 times. And this tail is supposed to end up way up here. And I swear I counted it right. But then finally I thought, no one cares, Cathy. So, no one cares. So, that's those. That's finishes. And now here's something I'm going to do in the for next Christmas. I don't know when I'll start it. It's called When Santa's Away. The Mice Will Play. And this is a With I Needle and Thread company. And it's right here. So I can't wait to start that, but I'm not starting that till next Christmas. It has a technique right here, or no, it's not a technique. There's some kind of woolly kind of stuff right there. So I'll figure it out when I get to it. And it calls for, yeah, it calls for Classic Colorworks, mostly Classic Colorworks, and that's a type of thread that I don't own. My cousin gave me all of her cross stitch things. She's not doing it anymore. And she gave me 2 huge boxes of almost every DMC thread made. And yes, you can froth at the mouth now, you cross stitchers. So I inherited that from her, and I'm just so grateful. I haven't had to buy anything. And I even haven't bought any fabric. All that fabric was about the same, like 20, in the mid-20s, the amount of holes. Sorry, I just hit my machine. So, you know, I'm just learning. So the last one that I just showed you that I'm going to do next Christmas, I have another one, and in the cross-stitch world, this is called haul. This is like when you buy new stuff. I got this one called Candy Corn and Pumpkin, pattern number 1, by Stitches by Ethel. I got this on Etsy. She's on Instagram, Stitches by Ethel. And here's the pattern, and isn't that really cute? You do see this theme, right? There's another mouse and there's a crow, but the crow's not being mean. The mouse is feeding parts of the tomato to the crow. I guess so the crow won't kill him, I don't know. But anyway, so I really like that one. I'm gonna do that one next year. And then I got this one, We Will Adore Him by Homespun Elegance, designed by Sandra Sullivan. And I got this on Etsy. And this is just really, really pretty. I love nativity scenes, and this will be for next Christmas. There it is. I started it on some fabric that my cousin Teresa gave me, but the fabric was linen, and it was super, super loose weave. And I'm not doing well on it, so I'm gonna try it on something else. So if you have any suggestions in your cross stitcher, let me know. So that's my, oh, I have another one. I got, I watch a YouTube channel called Stitching with the Housewives, and they're a mother-daughter team. Hilarious. Okay, y'all, just hilarious. And Priscilla Blaine designs cross stitch. She's the mother. And I bought this on their Etsy shop. It's Calendar Crates August. She has a whole series of calendar crates. And I really like sunflowers. And so this is very sunflowery. There's the big one. And then there's this little one right there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm sure it's probably backwards. So I'm going to do that. That's my next one. I'm going to do the little one. So that's all that. What else? Okay, that's cross stitch. Now let's talk about my latest quilt that I finished. So I'm going to turn this around this way. Don't get scared. Okay. Hi, can you see me? I finally finished my Bonnie and Camille Shine On. This was a block of the month quilt. I think I've shown it to you in stages. I got my new long arm machine. Let's bring her down here. I'm coming, just a minute. It's the HQ16 long arm machine, and this is my first quilt finish on it. I loaded her up and pretended like I knew what I was doing. This quilt is really hard. Okay. I'm just now putting the binding on, so there's the binding right there. So here it is. I'll show it to you in sections. There's that. And what happened was I didn't like the first design that I quilted on there. So I thought, you know, I'm not gonna unpick it. So I don't know if you could tell the design there, but I just didn't like it. So I changed it slightly. It's all free motion. I changed it slightly, and then like from about 1/4 of the way through, I used a new design, and I really liked my new design. There it is. It's those of you that are familiar with it. It's kind of like a clamshell thing going on there. So there's another part of the quilt. And then there's a, Lord have mercy, this thing's big. Here's the bottom part. There's the bottom part. There we go. And then the back. Here's the back, which I really like because I wanted a quilt that had some red on the back. So let me see if I can drape it across here to where you can see everything. Let's see. You know, it would help if I turned the light on in my room, wouldn't it? So, there, you can see a bunch of her right there. right? Yeah, you can say, oh, she's sideways, of course. But anyway, that's my quilt. I'm going to insert in the video some pictures of things that I quilted for Christmas gifts. I made several pillows and some panels for Christmas, so I had a good time. Now, also today, I went and bought, what's it called? Potting soil. And I'm fixing to start planting my seeds. I'm going to soak some of them. Some seeds you have to soak before you plant in your garden or before you plant in potting soil mix. Some plants you can plant directly into the garden, direct seeding, and then other ones, they need to be babied a little bit. So I'm going to be doing both of that this week and hopefully get my sort of January stuff in. In Florida, you can pretty much grow all year where I live. The time when you can't grow is like June, July, and August. That's when things are just dead. And that's the time when you can start seeds for winter or, you know, it's just too hot. And nothing wants to grow, and that's okay. Whereas in Kentucky, oh my Lord, those are wonderful growing times. So here we harvest early. I did harvest my first lemons from a lemon tree my daughter gave me last March or the March before. And I did buy a fig tree today, and I bought a grapefruit tree. It was really little because they're expensive. Like my grapefruit tree's this big, and my fig tree's, I don't know, like 3 feet tall. It was like $14 at Lowe's, and the grapefruit was like $6.48. So I have 2 tangerine trees down in the field that haven't produced because I didn't really take good care of them. They'll be fine. I just need to fertilize them and they'll be okay. So down in that area, I'm going to have several fruit trees. And I don't like figs, but I'm going to make myself like figs. And I'm going to make some fig preserves and see if that makes me like them more. It's the texture I don't like. It's not the flavor. But they really like it here, and they like to grow here. I think they like everywhere. What I'd eventually like to do is along my front fence line, which is about, I don't know, 30 yards, I like to put blackberries in all along that fence line and take down my, it starts with a C. It's that we have 3 big, beautiful plants that are super, super colorful, but they have thorns on them like that long. I can't think of the name, but I know you know. And I'm too old to cut those down anymore because we just cut them down about 2 months ago, and it was awful. It was, you know, you bleed, you cut yourself, the thorns go right through a pair of shoes. I'm not kidding you. I had on my Birkenstocks and the thorns went right through the leather sole. So there you go. Bougainvillea. That doesn't start with a C. So I want to cut those down, lay them to rest, tell them to move on to another place. Or you can come dig them up and have them. I don't care. Bougainvillea need to just grow wild. That's what they need. They need to just grow out all by themselves and nobody paying attention. Because they get big and they're beautiful, but I'm done with the cost that it takes on me and my husband in keeping them up. So, I think that's all I have. I will show you something interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's another thing too. When I quilted my quilt, you usually want the backing bigger and the batting bigger than the top. I mean, you always do. But I had so much left over, like I had all of this batting, all of this, and it's only like 4 or 5 inches wide. And then I had this, which is fine. So I don't know what to do with this. Like, I'm not throwing it away, but it'll really work well in backing some of my cross stitch things. So I wanted to show you 2 more things, then I'm done. I had an old frame. So I had this old frame. So I painted this part red And I thought I would put Chewy. Where is it? I thought I'd put this guy in there. So see, I mean, this is a frame that I got at the Goodwill for like $2 or $1 or something. But see, he'll go in there. He'll be cute. I mean, I can't get it all pretty and everything. But, you know, and I can put glass over this one. So that'll be cute. This is not shiny. I would like for it to be shiny, so I think maybe I'll go find me some spray varnish or something and put it on there. But anyway, that's what I hope to put him in. And then, oh lordy, everything's falling over. Tom and I have a motorhome that was built in the 90s, I think. Maybe not. Maybe the early 2000s. Anyway, it's old. And it needs recovering, and we do everything ourselves. Like the canopy on it, I've sewn and fixed and stuff like that. So I'm going to recover the couches in there. One is white leather. Big mistake for a motorhome that goes to drag races and a man who works on engines. A white couch, seriously. And then the other couch is just, I don't even know what color it is, but I don't like it. So I found this on sale at Joann's Fabrics for like $6 something a yard. So I bought it all of it. And I'm going to recover it. It's in that thick canvasy kind of stuff that you cover things like that with. So I'm going to recover the couch with this. I'm going to do some upgrading. It doesn't have curtains. It does in the bedroom, but the bedroom's a whole different story. I'm going to make new curtains for that and stuff. So that's what I'm going to do, because as you know, I am retiring in the end of next school year. So 1.5 school years. And I want everything to be ready for when I retire. I don't want to like do all this when I retire. I want to do it now so that I'm ready to travel. So those are my plans. Make this in the next few weeks. Start that one little cross stitch. Finish binding my quilt. And the garden will be the biggest thing. I'll stop this here and go out and show you outside what I bought. I bought one of those tower things, not the hydro towers with the water thing, but I bought a growing tower. And I got the idea from a sweet little gal on Roots and Refuge Farm. That's another YouTube channel I watch, Roots and Refuge. And I watch, and since I'm talking about this right now, I watch in Cross Stitch, I watch the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch, and I watch Just Keep Stitching. Holy cow, y'all. Even if you don't know anything about cross stitch, you just watch this. It's another mother-daughter team. And Pam and Steph, okay? I feel like they're my friends. They're hilarious. They like do their show like just like a TV show. Like they have these little segments and it's hilarious. They're very fun to watch. Too bad they only come on once a week. Anyway, so I'll cut this here and I'll show you my grow tower outside. And then hopefully I'll try and film on Sundays and post on Tuesdays or so. I'm not going to edit a lot. Editing is my one thing. I don't know that I'm bad at it, but I don't like it. So I've watched so many videos where people don't edit. And then I've watched a lot where people do. And the ones where people do is great. That's fantastic. But I don't mind watching a video that's like real time. You know, as long as it doesn't get super boring. Like I go brush my teeth or something and make you wait for 5 minutes. So, and I made a separate video earlier of my Christmas home tour. And so I'll post that on a separate video. I'm hoping to downsize. I say that all the time. So I don't know that my home will ever look like it looked this year again. Because, you know, when you get my age, 60 something, you start thinking about downsizing. So, God bless you. If you know my family, we're doing great. We're healthy. This past year, we lost, I think, 7 or 8 friends to one thing or another. It was either COVID or cancer. And I am sure we are not alone. I'm sure you lost some loved ones as well. And if so, I'm very sorry. Keep going. Find some joy. Follow your dreams. Do something you've never done before. Do something exciting. Try something new. Don't just sit back and relax, because life will pass you by. So God bless you. Until next time. Bye. So here's the grow tower I was talking about. I got some things growing. Some lettuces. Whatever I put there didn't, well, there's something. Marigolds. Some more lettuce. It doesn't get enough sunshine, so I'm gonna have to move it. You can take each tower down and move them. It's not that hard. And here's my little fig tree I bought. My tiny little grapefruit tree. And those. So bye-bye.